There's so much that goes into starting your own business. And if you're on this journey yourself, then you know that having a profitable idea is just the beginning. Between accounting, payroll, sales, and all of the little details in between, it's a ton of work. And of course, can't overlook all of the documentation and paperwork that's necessary to keep your company operating within legal regulations. Now, honestly, I find that that's the most tedious part of all, but utilizing services like LegalZoom and ZenBusiness can be a big help in streamlining the headaches of legal compliance and getting your business off the ground. So today I'm putting LegalZoom and ZenBusiness head to head. As someone who's used both services in the past to launch my own businesses, I know how tough it can be to decide between the two. So I'm going to walk you through how each of them work and get into some of their main features and price plans before sharing my thoughts and overall experience. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a better idea of which platform to choose for your business. Now let's get into it. All right, if you're not too familiar with LegalZoom or ZenBusiness, let's do a quick breakdown. So LegalZoom is an online platform designed to help you with business formation, and it's been around since 2001. They take the hassle out of starting an LLC by handling the paperwork and filing for you. On top of that, they specialize in legal advice and other legal services. So you're covered beyond just forming your business and getting it off the ground. I've used LegalZoom in the past, and it's a great choice if you want a trusted name that's been around for years. Meanwhile, ZenBusiness is a little newer, founded in 2015. They specifically focus on helping people launch small businesses, especially LLCs, and they also offer a range of other related services like setting up a business bank account and even managing your company's finances. Now, what I like about ZenBusiness is the personalized dashboard they provide once you start, which makes it easy to manage everything from state compliance alerts to your business's website. And in my personal experience, ZenBusiness feels more modern and user-friendly, especially if you're a new entrepreneur and want support every step of the way. All right, now as far as how they operate, LegalZoom and ZenBusiness each work a little differently. So I'm going to walk you through what it was like for me when I first used each platform. So ZenBusiness, for starters, takes a very streamlined, almost automated approach to setting up your LLC. So from the moment you sign up, they guide you step by step with a dashboard that shows you exactly what needs to be done. I really like the reminders, which kept me on track with deadlines like compliance filings and annual reports. It makes the entire process feel smooth and efficient, especially if you're new to business formation. Now, LegalZoom takes a more in-depth approach, and this is where they really won me over. Their process is just as easy to follow, but they take more time to explain each step. It's not just about filing paperwork with them, it's about making sure you understand what's happening and why it matters. For instance, when I had questions about choosing a business structure, they didn't just point me to an FAQ. They had real people ready to guide me through the pros and cons of each option. And that personal support made me feel more confident that I was making the right choices for my business. So ZenBusiness helps you get things done quickly and efficiently, while LegalZoom provides the reassurance of real human support. When I needed more detailed guidance, like whether I should create an operating agreement or if I needed extra legal protections, LegalZoom connected me with a legal expert who gave me the advice I needed to get set up. And if you like anything you've heard so far and want to try LegalZoom or ZenBusiness for yourself, then you can get started by checking out the affiliate links down in the description below. It won't cost you anything extra, and you might get the best deal, which you won't get if you try signing up directly through their websites. So as far as plans and pricing, you have a little bit of flexibility between these two services. So for starters, LegalZoom keeps it simple, and they offer 3 main packages for LLC formation. You get the basic, the pro, and the premium, and the basic plan is actually free, besides any state fees you might have to pay. Though, while it gets the job done, it might not provide everything you're looking for if you're trying to start a business from the ground up, because, as the name suggests, it only offers the basics like filing your LLC and name check services. But if you need extra services like an operating agreement or a federal tax ID and EIN number, then you'd have to upgrade. And if you do, LegalZoom's Pro plan goes for around $250 plus state fees and includes everything from the operating agreement to bookkeeping tools to help track expenses and manage invoices. But If you want access to everything that LegalZoom has to offer, then the premium plan is for you. At around $300 a year, you'll get additional perks like attorney consultations and a copyright registration service, which I would highly recommend taking advantage of because consulting with an actual expert on legal matters could teach you a lot about any business you're operating in. Meanwhile, ZenBusiness is where things get a little interesting. Their starter plan is also $0 plus state fees for LLCs. But even at this level, it felt like I was getting more bang for my buck because while their worry-free compliance feature typically goes for $200 a year, it comes free with the starter plan for your first year. And having this service gave me a lot of peace of mind because it handles everything related to compliance, which is something many new business owners, myself included, might not always think about until we actually run into an issue. Though if you want the next tier up, a pro plan with ZenBusiness that costs around $200 a year plus any state fees, which is a little lower than LegalZoom, and this plan includes the operating agreement and rush filing, which made my experience faster and smoother. Then there's their premium plan. It comes in at around $300 per year, on par with LegalZoom, and lets you access more advanced features like business documentation, their website builder, and even a business email that you can use for marketing and reaching out to customers. Now, in terms of value for the price, I think ZenBusiness comes out ahead because the range of features that they provide is really helpful in jumpstarting and supporting a successful business, like their business banking, which combines banking, bookkeeping, and tax prep in minutes. So all their attention to the little details is why I'd recommend them if you're just starting out. But having used both ZenBusiness and LegalZoom in the past, I found they shine, well, in different areas and might suit some types of businesses better than others. So let's take a quick look at their strengths and see how they stack up in different situations. Starting with LegalZoom. Like I mentioned, it's great for anyone who may need broader legal support down the line because besides business formation, they also offer services for wills, trust, intellectual property protection like trademarks and copyrights, and even legal consultations with attorneys. So if you're thinking about setting up a business now, but might need things like estate planning or copyright support in the future, LegalZoom could save you from having to shop around for another provider for those services later on down the line. Now, LegalZoom also has a business advisory plan where you can get on-call access to an attorney, and this can be incredibly helpful if you have any legal questions that go beyond the basics of starting a business. Now, in addition to the paperwork that comes along with business formation, LegalZoom can help you prepare and file various other legal documents, from contracts and agreements to real estate forms. So their services can help you save a lot of time while making sure that everything is done correctly and meets legal standards. ZenBusiness, on the other hand, concentrates mainly on business services. So for example, they include important tools like compliance reminders for filing annual reports and staying up to date on legal deadlines, which can save you from late fees or even penalties. They also offer registered agent services, domain names, and website building tools. So if you're looking to get your online presence set up alongside your LLC or corporation, ZenBusiness is the way to go. Their approach is great for small business owners who want to stay on top of compliance without juggling multiple services. And speaking of small businesses, ZenBusiness also offers resources and guidance for business credit and financing options, which can be a huge plus for new companies looking to establish credit or that are just looking for some funding. And while they don't provide loans directly, they can connect you with partners that offer small business financing solutions, which can be really helpful when you're on a tighter budget. So to wrap things up, the choice between LegalZoom and ZenBusiness is really going to come down to the size of your business, your budget, and what sorts of assistance you might be looking for as your company grows. LegalZoom's versatility and range of services make it a great pick if you want the option of legal guidance beyond the initial formation process. Meanwhile, ZenBusiness provides affordable, streamlined service designed with startups and small businesses in mind, along with essential tools to help you launch and maintain your business. So think about your specific needs and long-term goals as you're making your pick, because each of these two services can provide a lot of value and peace of mind as you start on a new venture. And that's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, then please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more like this. As a reminder, if you want to get started with LegalZoom or ZenBusiness, then you can use the affiliate links in the description. Now, as always, I enjoy hearing your thoughts, so go ahead and drop any questions or comments down below, and I'll try and get back to them as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.